What's up guys, ATC Guardian here. Today I wanted to bring you a little tutorial on how to use the Steam Workshop for ARMA 3 mods. This is going to help you transition away from withSix if you're using withSix, or maybe you're just new to mods altogether and you need to get your mod set up for ARMA 3. This tutorial is for either method. So I want to try and keep it short and simple, that way you can start getting into the games and start playing with us. So let's jump into this and let's get started. Here we have the ARMA 3 launcher already set up. So what we're going to do is we actually want to drag this to the side for now. What we want to focus on is the first part of this video is going to be about moving off of withSix if you have withSix. Maybe you don't have withSix and what you want to do is you want to skip ahead in the video if you are not using withSix, and then just skip ahead and get straight to where we start installing mods from the Steam Workshop into ARMA 3 launcher. I'll leave a note and that will jump you forward to that point in the video. If you're still using withSix, let's go ahead and jump into that. You want to go ahead and open up withSix. Go ahead and let that open. Another reason is withSix takes forever to load. It uses a lot of memory and it is very glitchy and crashes a lot. And it also limits your ability to download at a high speed because they limit your bandwidth to a certain number of, I don't know what the number is, certain number, but they limit it, and Steam Workshop does not limit it, so it will use the full bandwidth that you are able to use on your computer. So the mods will download and get into the game much faster. Once withSix is open, you want to go to mods, and first thing we want to do is we want to go to the ARMA 3 mods folder. And let me just show you a little preview of what we are going to do. So if you're in ARMA 3 launcher and you go down to mods, you'll see that sometimes it shows up as double. So it's showing the withSix copies of the mods that are on my computer, and then it also shows the Steam versions with the little Steam symbol. So this could get very confusing, and it's also gonna weigh down the hard drive on your computer because essentially you have double the mods and all you need is the Steam versions. So what we want to do is we want to go to more. We want to go to add watched folder. And you may have an add watch folder in here already. What you want to do is you just want to delete that. And then if you go back to mods, it'll just show the Steam versions and not the local versions. So that aside, we also need to get rid of them from your computer so they are not on your hard drive and they're not taking up room on your hard drive. So we go to ARMA 3 mods and withSix. Go ahead and highlight all the mods and then just right click, and we want to uninstall from select disk. And it's going to go through and ask us if we want to uninstall all these mods, and we're just going to click delete for all the mods. There's about 30 mods that we used to use, so it might take a while. You can also go in directly into your mods folder and delete them that way if you know where your mods folder is. I'm just doing it this way just because some of you guys might not know where your mods folder is on your computer. Alright, once we have all the mods clear from the mods folder, you can go ahead and close withSix, and you could actually delete withSix, uninstall it from your hard drive. You do not need it anymore. We're going to solely be using the Steam Workshop and the ARMA 3 launcher now. So back to the ARMA 3 launcher, we now need to get our presets in here. You'll see I'm already subscribed to the mods, which is fine. There's no presets. I deleted them all beforehand so I can show you guys how to add them. So you want to go to the website, the JTF2 website, and in the forums we have a post about this. We might make a page on the actual website as well with a walkthrough, a typed up walkthrough. But if not, for now, you have this forum post and these links in the red. You could click on these. If you click on them, they will open up a preset, and the ARMA 3 guys made it very, very easy to share presets and swap those with your friends. So if you click on them, they will open up to the page that shows the mod name. It's from the Steam Workshop, and it even gives you a link to that mod on the Steam Workshop. So what we actually want to do is we actually want to go back, and we need this file, so we will right click and we will download, save link as. We'll download these to our desktop for now, or your downloads folder. We also have one for Friday Night Fight. If you guys like that and join us on that, you can save that the same way. If not, you don't need that preset. The nice thing about this is in Play with Six, we used to have to manually swap optional files and compatibility files, mainly for like ACE and RHS. You will no longer need to do that with these presets because they will automatically do that for you. So now that we have these all downloaded, we'll minimize this. They're all on our desktop over here. And it's very simple. You just go to your ARMA 3 launcher, go to your mods tab, and then you just drag them in one at a time. And you'll see that they are now adding presets to our list over here. And if you do not have the mods already, it will actually subscribe you to those mods automatically if they're on the Steam Workshop, which they all are, and it will automatically download those mods for you. And it will keep those mods updated for you anytime you have Steam open. So anytime one of these updates, it'll automatically update without you having to worry about it, which is very nice, very simple. So we'll just go ahead and add all of these presets into our ARMA 3 launcher. And now on the top right list, we have all of the presets over here. If we click them, it'll switch which one are loaded at that time. And then of course it shows all of them down here. When you want to play one of these, you can either come up here to the preset list, select it, and then click play. Or you could easily use this arrow next to the play button, and you could automatically launch with one of your presets, or play without mods, which is just the vanilla ARMA. And then once you load up, you just find the server that you want, and you go ahead and join it with those presets and mods. There's also a servers tab in the ARMA 3 launcher, which is also a way to join. I have the 2 JTF2 servers in my favorites, as well as the Friday Night Fight one, but you can't see it because that server's not online at the moment. And you can also join the servers from this screen as well. And when you do that, it's gonna pop up with a mod message, and it's gonna ask you double check your mods. Sometimes this list isn't always accurate. Like right now it's not showing the private ops mods on the server, but that's not accurate, and sometimes it will show it. So it's better just to not set up mods and join. Don't click that, just use the presets and then keep your current selection and join instead. That'll automatically throw you into the game. It'll ask for the password, you throw that in there and you're good to go. There is one final step, and that's the only thing that you'll have to do manually is Task Force Radio. You'll still have to install the plugin for Teamspeak to work with Task Force Radio. but it's very simple. The guys over at Task Force Radio have actually made an installer for it that's included in the mod file. So you want to find that in your list of mods, Task Force Radio. Click on the little arrow, and then click on the 3 little bullet points that say display more options. Then you go down to open folder in Windows Explorer. It's going to come up with a pop-up saying you don't want to change anything or remove anything in these files that it's about to show you. And it's very best that you do not touch any of the files or move them or change them in any way. We're just going in to get a installer out. So you click understand. It's going to show you all the mods, and it stores them differently. It stores them in the Steam library under your Steam files instead of under like documents, ARMA mods. So you want to find Task Force Radio now. Click that. There's a Teamspeak folder in the Task Force Radio mod folder. Click that. And then there's a little installer plugin here. So you want to double click that. It's going to give you a install little walkthrough here. It's going to ask you, do you want to proceed? You want to click yes. And then you want to make sure you have Teamspeak closed before you do this. That way it works correctly. So it's going to have you restart your Teamspeak. And then it's all installed. You're good to go. You can close out of this folder. So what you want to do now to get Task Force actually activated on Teamspeak is open up your Teamspeak. And it's always good to open Teamspeak 3 in a run as admin mode. That way it sometimes fixes sound issues if people can't hear you, if you can't hear other people. Usually run as admin will fix that. So you just right click and run as administrator. Once that's open, you want to go to tools. There will either be, if you have the older version of Teamspeak, there'll be a plugins title under here. But if you have the newer versions, you want to go to options, and then you want to click on add-ons on the left. And then from here you want to click reload all, and we see that the Task Force ARMA 3 radio plugin is now in here. And you want to make sure it's enabled. So if you see it saying disabled, you want to click on that and make sure it's enabled. Then you just want to click OK. And the way to test this is to join a server that uses Task Force Radio. So I'll join the JTF2 server. And if you click on your name, over on the right panel, it'll say Task Force Radio status. And it will say the version that you're using. So I'm using 0.9.12 of the plugin that we just installed. Sometimes this needs updated as Task Force Radio updates. So if it does need updated, you'll just run through the same process where you open the folder and you use that plugin to update your Task Force Radio plugin. Then you could also click on anybody's name and see what plugin version they're using. So we can actually see that 0.9.8, so that's outdated. So 0.9.12 is the current version. You want to make sure you're always on the current version just to be up to date. And then you are good to go. It'll automatically throw you in the Task Force Radio channel once you are into the game. And that's pretty much it. That's how you get your mods going in ARMA 3 using the Steam Workshop instead of Play with Six, or get your mods set up in general using the Steam Workshop. Also, good to make note that we will be updating this Steam mod list over here. We'll probably update it pretty frequently, so you might want to check back. We'll make sure to let you guys know when we update it and when you should download these new files as well. That way we keep everybody up to date. But if we add new plugins, or new mods I mean, those will need to be updated, so you'll just download them again. When they download to your desktop, you'll just want to throw them back in, and it will say, do you want to overwrite? And you'll say, sure, overwrite. and then it'll download any new mods or get rid of any old mods. So that's a good way to keep your presets up to date. Other than that, if you guys have any issues, please leave us a forum post or contact one of the admins, moderators, any staff member. Usually anybody's willing to help you out with this stuff, so hope to see you guys online and in the game, and good luck!